whenever you're doing any grinding, you always want to make sure you don't put too much pressure on the surface that you're grinding, especially something like a dash, where if you put too much heat into this, you can warp it. And so you always want to kind of go over the areas very, very lightly, not gouging in, and making sure that you don't put too much heat in. So we'll just go ahead and remove all of this stuff that we've found back in here, all these old gauges that are no good anymore. This one here, we'll go ahead and gonna have to unsolder this one here, find out what that is. But we'll just kind of come back in through here and pull this stuff down so we can inspect it. Quite frankly, I don't even know what it is. But that's one of the main considerations when you're rebuilding a vehicle is, you know, how much work do you want to put into the vehicle and how much time and energy do you want to spend on that vehicle. If you can find a vehicle to restore that has a good dash that you don't have to disassemble, I highly recommend it. This baby here, this was a basket case, and man, there's hardly, it runs good, but all of these gauges, because it was down on the coast, were all corroded out. And you can see here that these things are extremely rusted inside, all that corrosion product in there, you know, and they're just all stuck together. None of the gauges work, so we've got a collection of stuff here that we pulled off our dash. Now the next step is to go ahead and sand this down, start doing a lot of internet work here. We got a lot of internet work ahead of us. We got to find a parts house that sells this stuff. You know, will they want this as a core, right? They may want this as a core, so never ever throw away any of your parts if you're thinking about rebuilding a stock vehicle, because they may want this in exchange for a rebuilt one. So you always want to save your main components of your vehicle, because a lot of times they require a deposit or a core return, they call it. So we're going to go ahead and proceed to clean the stuff out of the back here and figure out what we can salvage and what we can't. This is a cigarette lighter. It just unclips. But this is a great example here. Look at the corrosion on that thing. See that green in there? That's the copper tarnishing. You know, not worth saving. Now, you know, with that being said, this one needs a little bit more grinding to get it off there. That was a tough one. There's another corroded cable to something that we probably won't use, so we may end up just either getting dummy switches in there or welding them. I can't imagine what these 3 cable devices are for. You know, in the old days, this is what they had, is cable chokes and cable switches to operate all your mechanical devices, where nowadays everything's electronic, and servo motors and relays. So that makes a lot more work for us. Check you later.